Let's get scratching.
Video games are a medium in which you, the player, can transport yourself into a scenario and play it out. Instead of watching Nathan Drake played by, Zendaya Stealer, Tom Holland, you can be Nathan Drake. But you're still not gonna get Zendaya, my brother. Video games for a long time have gotten kind of looked down on and belittled as an art form, but to be honest, it might just be the best art form. Hey, it might just be me. Unlike a book or a movie or an anime, you can physically play as the character and explore the world. And heck, even in VR, you can experience even more. But VR a little bit trash, so we gonna have to wait till a good game comes out. Like I said, you are Nathan Drake in Uncharted. You are Spider-Man in Spider-Man. You are Sonic Frontiers in Sonic Frontiers. These crazy action set pieces from stuff like God of War, Final Fantasy VII, Devil May Cry, etc. you can be in and play them out. Instead of being like, oh my gosh, bro, I'm watching Spider-Man beat the Sinister Six, bro, this is peak fiction, go wrong. You can be like, yo, I'm beating up the Sinister Six, let's go! I know in this section I'm more talking about the movie games, but you can experience the same stuff in stuff like Sonic, Zelda, Mario, or Poké.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, wait, I don't know about that one. Not every game is built equal, mind you, but they can give you experiences that you'll never forget. Like that one time I was playing the Mario game, you know the one on the Wii, and I accidentally used the last mushroom, and my cousin got mad at me. It was kind of tough, it was tough. But like every medium, they all have their flaws. I'm not talking about glitches or bugs. I'm talking about intentional decisions that are the worst part of a video game. These are all my opinion, alright? So we can agree to disagree, unlike America. But, I might look at you crazy if you disagree with me. This isn't in any order or anything. It's not even a complete list. This is just some stuff that just kind of came to me. And I was like, yeah, bro, I don't like this in my video games.
Yo, you play water polo?
Come here. Go fetch, little boy.
The waves go crazy, though.
Look, bro, this is some light work. We all know water levels suck, alright? But they are the weakest offender out of some of the stuff on this list. First, water levels suck? Well, in a game with, completely fine movement, they can completely kill the flow of the game. Most of the time, you'll be moving really slow, your controls will be awful, and they will be clunky, and finally, they come out of nowhere! Last year, I was playing the whole Devil May Cry series. I was on my Devil May Cry for real, But for some reason, in the first game, there was a water level, and it's only in the first game, and it's for 2 levels. Devil May Cry is a 3D action hack and slash game, but for some reason, somebody at Capcom decided to put a water section in the game. And it's first person. Who did this? Like, I'm just confused. Like, who let little Timmy put this in this game, bro? It don't even control that well. Then you obviously have the infamous water dungeon in, like, every Zelda game, which honestly isn't that bad, but to be for real, the original Ocarina of Time one, I played the 3DS version, so it's kind of tough if you had to play the 64 version. These type of levels should actually never be in a Sonic game ever again. I get something like Chemical Plant Zone because, the punishment for being trash at the game is the fact that you gotta drown. But in other levels, the whole level is the water level. You can't escape it. How is this fair? Kingdom Hearts also has really rough water levels and areas. I love the Pirates of the Caribbean world in Kingdom Hearts 3. It's one of my favorite levels in the whole series, but it's technically a water level, so I gotta hate. And look, I know this isn't a water level, but I'm still gonna put it on this list. Uncharted 1, Upriver. If you know, my guy. But the main reason that these levels are the least offensive out of everything on this list is this. You hear that right there? That is God cooking himself, bro. Some of the most beautiful video game music, and you know what, just beautiful music I even heard in my life have come from water levels. This music makes me feel like I'm floating on clouds, like I literally died and I'm in heaven. If I die and I don't hear these songs while I'm in heaven, I might leave.
Yo, tell me this doesn't sound like when you're building some shit in Lego Star Wars, bro.
Real ones know the pain of these levels. These levels had me in tears as a kid, bro. Tears! Granted, I wasn't good at video games when I was a kid, but that's besides the point. I'm mainly talking about Lego Batman and Lego Star Wars. Not only are they the most boring open levels, but the controls suck, but the main one is from Lego Star Wars. Gunship Cavalry. Some of the more educated people in the audience might be asking, well, which one is he talking about? Cause which one they talking about? Cause there are two different versions of this level. One of them from the original, and then the other one from the complete saga. And let me tell you, they both trash, bro. Trash. The original is worse, but it's like choosing which nutsack you want to get kicked in, bro. Like the left or the right. It's both gonna be bad. You both gonna be on the floor, crying, checking if you bleeding. The original is like this little top-down shooter, and you can barely see what's coming before you get absolutely destroyed. They just throw junk on the screen and be like, that's the level, my guy. No, this is hell. The complete saga isn't much better. They let you see further, which is cool, but they still keep throwing junk on the screen. And now you have to carry these little bombs and drag them to these gates and destroy them. But these bombs will like blow up on anything and can fall in these little bottomless pits that take away your bomb, like Child Protective Services taking away your kid. And you can only carry one bomb at a time, but you need to destroy multiple things at a time. Now, this level sucks as an adult, but imagine little old me. I was crying, vomiting, bleeding, calling for my dad to beat the level. Dad, please, bro! I don't know why companies thought they could be on a Mario Sunshines for some reason in the early 2000s. So many games had these little serviceable little jumps. You know, jumps to dodge, get on ledges, you know, that type of stuff. But no reason you should have these weak Stuart Little jump type games that have platforming in them. Once again, who signed off on this? I love Kingdom Hearts, the whole series. I replayed 1 and 2 dozens of times, but Kingdom Hearts 1 has this really stiff, unnatural jump, and for some reason, they decided to put platforming in it, for no reason. Even after all these years of playing Kingdom Hearts 1, Sora still has this jump that feels like he is stuck on glue for the first few seconds before he lifts off the ground. But for some reason, they add these little platforming sections, and it never feels right to me. But at least they do give you glide, so you can at least fly over like everything. Devil May Cry also has this issue, but it's also only mainly in this game. Once again, Capcom, what were you thinking? Lots of games have these issues, but they're mainly really in the early 2000s. I guess people seen Prince of Persia and Mario Sunshine and thought they could cook. Nah, bro, you're not the chef, get out the kitchen. Look, I love Persona games, at least the ones people care about. I love the characters, the gameplay, and the story. But one thing I hope never comes back in a future Persona game is the hot spring moments. Look, I don't have a problem against fan service, but what I do have a problem with is that Atlas can't get a new joke. I'm already not a fan of, you know, the cliche of a character falling on a girl, somehow ends up between her tatas, and then gets slapped or beaten up for whatever reason. It's just not that funny 99% of the time. Persona basically has the same type joke for 3, 4, and oh, if I've kind of nah, they're still strikers. You ain't escape. It's always the same jokes of the male characters chilling in a bathhouse, and the female characters come in, and you know, instead of acting like normal human beings and talking, the women gotta beat up the dudes. Like, what kind of crap is this? You expect just now because it's your turn that the males just got an instant transmission to their apartment rooms? In Persona 4, it's a bit different with the girls already being in a hot spring. And now the boys got to come in because it's their turn. And now the girls turn around and be like, it's not your turn! It's not your turn! Get out! And then they start throwing stuff at them. So the boys, obviously, they got to run off. And then Yukiko's all like,
Oh, wait, it was their turn. I guess we just get more time in the hot spring.
What the fuck what did you just say?
look, I already thought Yukiko was worst girl. But worst part is, the girls never apologize. They keep it their little secret. They gaslighting, they manipulating, and they girl bossing. Same joke, but the boys just getting beat up by the girls. Also, these scenes, they doing the bare minimum. They only showing shoulders. So I guess if you in the shoulders, you know, gangy rise up, I guess.
When I see boobies, my pee-pee gets a little firmer.
But now we're at the last one. And this one, I'm not gonna cap. This might just be a me thing, because I've never seen anybody else complain about this. You might be saying, oh, Mello, so what does this even mean, bro? You just making up stuff that gets complained about now. Look, this might just be me, but I can't stand stuff like this. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt that on a first time playthrough, it's kind of clean. You walk into these little sections, you know, it's kind of cool. And also, I personally am more of a gameplay guy. Whenever I try to replay games, I'm doing it for the gameplay, not the story. I like fighting bad guys and solving puzzles. So when the game makes me slow down to a crawl and slowly start walking through a section, it's annoying. But these sections are awful. Sometimes if you run the opposite way, the game will, you can play it normal. You're in heaven! But then the second you turn back, you'll be walking like you just got your kneecap snapped. Also, the parts where you have to walk around a house or a lab or apartment and grab stuff and listen to every bit of dialogue in the room might be kind of cool on a first playthrough, but on a second or third, I don't want to be here! These are just playable cutscenes without any of the cool stuff like QTEs. I'm trying to be Spider-Man. I'm not trying to run through this homeless shelter. That's why I power walk through these sections, like I have a New York minute to spare. I just want to play the games, but when I gotta be walking like the slowest dude on earth, listening to exposition, characters talking, find stuff, do random things, when I'm here exclusively for the gameplay, it's annoying, and I hate it. Look, anyways, I'm tired. Game devs, I get some of these are necessary evils, but that still don't mean I can't complain about them. Also, Day 1 DLC is pretty stupid.